This is the first video in my East Coast Customs series. Basically, I'm going to show you or walk you through how to make a customized Hori joystick, including new art, and if you want to put new buttons and a new joystick into your stick. The first step is obviously getting a template so that you can actually load your new art into your stick. And there's several different templates that you can use depending on what joystick you have. If you have the Hori Real Arcade Pro, there's a template. If you bought one of the Tournament Edition sticks that Mad Catz came out with when Street Fighter 4 was released, there's a template. A lot of them you can find at shoryuken.com. It's shoryuken.com is actually how you spell it. You know, the name of the actual move from Street Fighter 4. And if you go to their forums, to their Tech Talk area, they have a lot of different sections that have a lot of different examples of what people have done. Sometimes you can actually find the template, and that's actually what I did. If you see here, I have the template right here, and it is a Photoshop file. Now, if you don't have Photoshop, don't worry, because at some point during this process, you're going to have to go to Kinko's to print out your custom artwork, and Kinko should have a computer that has Photoshop anyway. But if you happen to have Photoshop like I do, you can open up the template and wait 40 years because Photoshop takes so fucking long. Seriously, it like uses all of my memory on my computer. So here's your template, and what they've done is they give you some options. Like, you don't have to go with the full 8 buttons. Over here you have your layers, and for example, if I take out the layers, let's say I don't want all 8 buttons, I just want the 6 buttons on the left, you can do that. Or I just want the 6 buttons on the right, you can do that. Or you might say, I don't want select and start, I want everything as a guideline. So this way you see where basically your dust cover for your joystick and everything else would be. So that's kind of the example. And there's actually, I believe there's artwork that you can put on these too, that comes with this template, but it's hideous, you wouldn't want to use it. So anyway, that's your template. And so for my joystick, I would do a left 6 buttons. And now you might ask, well, Phil, that's great, that's a template, but how do you get art onto here? Well, go to the internet, obviously, and find the picture that you want. So for example, let's see, what's a good picture here? Here's a picture of Seth, which is now the background on the TKOHHD's channel. So let's say that we wanted to put that into my template. Well, what you would do is you do File, Open, find it on the desktop, which I don't even know if I remember what the name of it is. Let's just do this version. This is a compressed version, but whatever. And what you can do is just literally drag and drop right onto your template, and then you can mess around with it. Like in Photoshop, you can do free transform, and now you can actually stretch the picture to the dimensions that you want to fit on your joystick. So let's say I wanted it to be like that. Right? That's pretty nice. Now, you would save this file. So let's say File, Save As. Save it to wherever. Apply the transformation before saving. Sure, why not? Apply. We'll save it as Seth.psd. Save it to the desktop. Yes, maximize capability, blah, blah, blah. So now what you have, as I'll show you, you can close everything up. Close. And when you open that up, you got your template saved. So that's what your joystick would look like. And now the next step would basically be to take this file and put it either on a thumb drive or a CD, whatever you want to do. Make sure you have it saved somewhere, and you're going to take it with you to Kinko's. Alright? And when you go to Kinko's, hold on a second here, you're going to get what they call cardstock. It's 11 by 17. Let me give you an idea how long this is. It is pretty long. And it's cardstock, meaning it's not normal paper. It's actually a thick, as you can hear, it's a harder type of paper. It's thinner than cardboard, but it's definitely thicker than paper. And it's 11 by 17, which is what they call tabloid, is the name of the size. And what you would do is you go there and you explain to them, you know, I want to use one of your computers to use Photoshop and print out something on tabloid cardstock, and they should give you the cardstock. And basically you swipe your credit card and they charge you like a flat rate. I think it's like a flat rate of $4 just to use it, and then they charge you like a $2 per print. And then they also charge like 30 cents a minute. So you want to be in and out as quick as possible. So that's why I said if you have Photoshop at home, you probably want to manipulate that at home before you do anything else, because you don't want to waste your time at Kinko's paying out the ass. So what you basically do is you go to print it, and it's going to pop up. Let me see if I can show you here. So we're back over here. You go File, Print. It says the page is larger than the paper's printable area, some clipping will occur. That's okay. Proceed. And here on my printer you're not going to see it because unfortunately I don't have the huge color printers that they have at Kinko's, but you'll get a pop-up dialog box that'll ask you, you know, what kind of printing options do you want to do. And let me see if I can do it in my... it doesn't look like HP has the ability to show you. But basically you would go to paper size and you select tabloid, and then when you go to print it in color, it'll actually print out beautifully. And let me show you an example here. One of the ones that I have left over that I didn't use, that's what it'll look like when you're done. So that's the very first step before you can modify your joystick, is to get the template, get the art, save the art to the template to make sure it fits, and then go to Kinko's and print it out. Once you get all that done, you can come back and actually start to physically modify your joystick, which is what I'm going to show you next.